Hello Arlington and welcome to Pierce Field for today's matchup between Natick High School and your Arlington High School Spy Ponders for the first round of the MIAA playoffs. Arlington is coming in with an impressive record with only 2 losses on the season and finished second in their league. They finished behind Winchester, which was 1 out of 2 losses they had in the season, the other one coming early against Watertown. The last matchup, the last game for the girls field hockey team of Arlington was against Reading Memorial. That's how they concluded the regular season with a 1-1 tie. A lot of exciting things for this team so far as they've been having a very dominated season. Can they hold off the Redhawks of Natick High School? This elimination do or die round. And I forgot to mention, I am your commentator for today, Animo Osmani, the sports producer for ACMi Sports. While I have your attention, I'd like to take the opportunity to let you know that ACMi Sports is a volunteer-based production. If a student or a parent is interested in volunteering to be part of ACMi Sports, you can send us email to sports@acmi.tv and we could work out how you could get involved and help bring the sports coverage to everyone's homes in Arlington. Today on camera we have ACMi Sports intern Bridget. And on the staff side we have engineer Jeff Monroe and of course me. Bridget Sesh is her full name. Definitely appreciate your help here today. We're about to get started. There is no graphic on for today's production. We do apologize for that, and we'll keep our best to keep you informed of the times and the points scored as often as I can. We kicked off, Arlington starts possession and it goes out of bounds, Natick ball. Seems like the ball was touched by a Natick player with the foot, and of course in field hockey, nothing could touch the ball other than the flat side of the stick. So turnover and Arlington's possession. Too much contact, possession, Arlington. Seemed to be a violation of Arlington. Natick takes it over. Oh, Natick is almost pushing it into the circle, and Arlington pushes it out, but Natick is pressuring. Can they get it out of the circle and give them a better chance? And that might be a breather for the goalie. At goalie, we have number 0, and unfortunately, I do not see her name on the roster sheet that I have for the Arlington girls field hockey team, so I do apologize if I don't mention her by name. Natick seems to be having the momentum as they've been pressuring the circle for the second time so far. We have 12 minutes left in the first quarter, and it's going to be played out of bounds. Red ball. Natick is getting dangerously close into the circle. Arlington has to kick it out. And they do, and they're pushing it upfield. Dribbling it upfield, passes off to number 18. She's running up the field. Seems to be a 4-and-2 situation. Can she do a lead pass, or is she going to take it all on her own? Of course, first she has to get into the circle. She pushes it into the circle, and Natick plays it out of bounds behind the net. That was a good pressure by number 18. That is Molly Connealy. She is the leading scorer for this Arlington high school field hockey team. She has 16 goals so far for the season, and that's very impressive, leading the entire team in that category. That's going to be Riley Green putting into play. Not sure what the call was at on that one, but that is a turnover on possession. Natick is going to push it upfield.
Yeah, zooming out. There you go. Great job, David. Watch out, ref.
Natick again with the pressure, trying to push it into the circle. So far, they've been having the advantage in all these offensive possessions. But Arlington defense is standing tall and not letting them get into the circle at all and giving Natick a clear shot. Defense has been definitely been one of the key strengths of this team throughout the season. Was that Riley with an illegal touch? I think the ref missed it, but got her on a different call.
Great coverage.
Arlington's going to push it upfield. But Natick defense was really quick to set up and cut off the fast break. Not sure if that's an actual vocabulary term that we use in field hockey, but I do like using the word fast break. Oh, and that was a nice play by Grace Corsetti, who earlier in the season committed to Wingate College in North Carolina to play field hockey at the collegiate level, and one of the 3 captains, so that was definitely a good play. We could definitely see the talent she has out in the defensive back position. And now here's Arlington trying to push it into the circle, takes a shot, and off to the right of the goal. That was a good shot by number 18 once again, Molly Connealy. Natick will take it the other way. And went right into the foot of Angela Stanitsis, the other captain. The 3 captains for today's matchup are Grace Corsetti, Gabriella Rousseau, and Angie Stanitsis. That was a good pressure on Brooke Siegel, number 1 for Natick, as Natick turns over the ball and now Arlington possesses. Ooh, and that was a dangerous situation. Good setup by Molly into the circle, and Unfortunately, a penalty was committed and Natick takes over on downs. Again, an Arlington player got pelted by the Natick player. Turnover on downs. Sorry, not downs. Football jargon is very instilled in my vocabulary. Sorry about that. Grace trips and it seems to be Arlington's ball. Grace surveying her options and now puts it into play to the left side of her playing field.
Good follow, Bridget.
And it's going to be a turnover as it goes out of bounds. Natick possesses.
It'll disappear. So, guys have a great game.
Today, the Arlington Spy Ponds are all playing without one of their juniors, Madeline Kropelka, who had a sprained ankle during practice just before the playoffs started. A big loss, but these girls are definitely capable of filling in for that void that she may have left. Arlington starting to gain some traction on this possession. Can they capitalize on this? Molly sends it into the center. Are they in the circle? And boxed out by Natick. Arlington's pressuring. In the circle, takes a shot. It seems to be a penalty. I think that was an obstruction call. Natick takes over. The Arlington girls varsity teams is one of 4 teams of Arlington High School that made it into the playoff. The boys and girls soccer are the other 2 teams. And so are the girls volleyball. Girls volleyball playing tomorrow at Cambridge. And boys and girls soccer are at home at Pierce Field tomorrow for a double header, both of which would be covered on ACMi Sports Live. And of course, the size and the quality of the production is dependent on the number of volunteers who decide to sign up and do a community of servers. If you're interested in helping out, email sports@acmi.tv. And your help will be greatly appreciated. Arlington's taking over. Good pressure upfield into the Natick defensive playing field by Arlington. There might have been some sort of illegal contact by Natick. Arlington just takes it over from there, but loses possession. Pushes it upfield, and Arlington's going to let it play out of bounds. Arlington's ball. Excuse me, ball. Goalie kicks it away from her goal. Sends it to number 18, who pushes it upfield. Number 18's Molly. Oh, who was that with the breakaway? It's in the circle. There's a dangerous opportunity here for Arlington. Natick recovers quickly, and Arlington's resetting, trying to get a shot on goal. It almost went in, but Natick plays it out of bounds behind the net. Good opportunity for Arlington and a good defense play by the Natick Redhawks. Natick takes over on the possession. There's 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And it seems that Natick has been controlling the time of possession for this first quarter play. Ball's played out of bounds. Natick's going to take over from midfield. And so far, we are still tied at 0 with 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
That'll do. It still smells like food a little bit, but it's right. I'm happy with this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You don't want to actually leave this.
Arlington pushing it upfield into the Natick side of the possession.
Yeah, let's go for rock.
Punches it to the middle. Arlington, Natick's quick to get out of the defensive side, guarding the circle, and it seems to be an obstruction.
Call me if you need anything. I don't care. I don't expect you to respond.
Oh, and this is going to be a penalty shot from the short field. Arlington couldn't capitalize, and that's a turnover. That was Grace Corsetti with the attempted shot on goal. And that was a good setup and a dangerous opportunity for Arlington to capitalize. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Score is tied at 0-0. And the ball touched a part of the body. And therefore, turnover on downs, Natick possession. But they turn it right back over. And that's the buzzer for the first quarter. We're still tied at 0-0 here at Pierce Field. It seems like Natick gets a penalty shot on the short circle. Puts it into play. Dangerous opportunity for Natick. And misses the shot. That had a chance, but just whiffed right of the goal. And that's how the first period is going to end. We're tied at 0-0. It appears in the first quarter, both teams got an opportunity from the short corner and couldn't capitalize as the ball skidded past either side of the goal. But it appears Natick has been dominating the time of possession, and if I was coach, I'm wondering what can the Arlington offense do to capitalize in these situations and start putting pressure on the Natick Redhawks. So far, the intensity has been there, and that's what you'd definitely like to see out of these girls playing this field hockey game in a do-or-die elimination match. And yet another playoff appearance. I'd like to take a moment to remind everyone that ACMi Sports will try to bring as much playoff coverage as possible, given how deep into the tournament each Arlington team could make, including field hockey, volleyball, boys and girls soccer. The football team wasn't unfortunately making it to the playoffs, but they still have a chance at a winning record. One of the first winning records we could see in a long time. They're playing at Cambridge tomorrow on Saturday. If they could come out with a win, they will be 500 for the season all the way up until Thanksgiving, wherein they will be taking on Waltham. ACMi Sports will definitely bring you the Thanksgiving game on that day. If you'd like to help out in one of these productions and bring the action to the homes of hundreds and thousands of Arlington homes. We will definitely appreciate your help. If you're interested in getting involved, email sports@acmi.tv. Second quarter just about to start, and we are tied at 0-0. Arlington starts off the second quarter. Let's see what they could do from this point on. Natick takes over from the possession once again and going to push it upfield. Penalty on Natick. Grace Corsetti has a chance to set it up and push it upfield. And that was Maria Dacopoulos up on the speed, really on top of that pass by Grace Corsetti. Caused a penalty on Natick. Dispossessed, and then the ball goes back to Arlington on a penalty on Natick. And the whistle keeps blowing. Of course, field hockey is one of those sports where it's strictly officiated, as not so many items, body parts are allowed to touch the ball other than the flat head of the stick, and also providing the safety of each player when they are in those one-on-one situations or when they're about to get ganged up on. Arlington has a chance to push it upfield right here. Angela Steness is powering through. There's number 6 possessing, taking the time, takes a shot towards Angela, who almost had a shot on goal. Goalie plays it out short. And that was a whiff on a goal shot right there by number 10, Riley Green. Dangerous opportunity for Arlington, but Natick's defense is holding strong, desperately trying to turn over the possession, and they get the whistle in their favor. So right out of the gates on the second quarter, Arlington playing with a lot more speed and intensity. Here's Angela Stenitsis with the ball, trying to dribble it upfield. Well played by Natick. Good dribbling by Natick there. But Arlington's back on the possession. That was a good pass attempt. I could see Angela Stennis waiting for that pass. She almost had a free lane to perhaps create dangerous situations in the circle. Natick is pushing it upfield and pushes it too far ahead of Opie Chase, number 5 of Natick. Ball goes out of bounds, and Arlington's going to take over on possession. Turnover by Grace. Natick on the run, passing it into the circle and intercepted, played out of the circle. Angela Sinistis has the ball, trying to pass it to Riley Green. Molly Corneli, number 18. But Natick is now on the, possession still to be determined. Penalty on Natick. Arlington takes over from midfield. And a dangerous opportunity created here for Arlington as they're going to get the offensive scheme set up here. Ooh. Number 19 of Natick, Emma Peck, a captain on the team, almost had an opportunity to take it upfield, but unfortunately used the wrong side of her stick to touch the ball. Arlington possessing, creating yet another dangerous situation. Angela Sinitsis is in the box. It's always number 13, but pass goes beyond all of them and out of bounds. Natick possession. We have 10 minutes left in the second quarter. It's still tied at 0-0. We have a good crowd showing up here today at Pierce Field from both Arlington and Natick. And Natick is on the offensive push. And unfortunately, that was number 10, Sammy Gondelman, another captain of the Natick Redhawks, who couldn't keep it into play. Turnover on downs as the ball rolls out of bounds. And I keep saying turnover on downs. I'm so sorry. That is just a very set jargon that I've been keep saying for a long period of time. I'm going to get used to not saying on downs after the word turnover. Oh no, and that's a penalty on Arlington that occurred in the circle, so Natick is going to have a penalty shot from the short corner. This is a dangerous situation for Arlington. Can their defense step up to this challenge and this offensive setup Natick has to get going? Ball's in play. Is she going to take a shot? No, defense was right there to stop it, dispossessor. Good play by Arlington, but that's going to be a penalty as well. It touched the back heel of one of the Arlington players. Natick is going to take over. Another penalty here. I guess no one was ready for that play, so now we're back in action. Still a dangerous offensive opportunity set up for Arlington. Defense is holding strong against this Natick push. But Natick is still in possession of the ball. And a penalty on Arlington. Natick is going to take over once more. The word penalty in field hockey isn't as impactful as it is in other sports. It's more of an infringement, I would say. Given that the official has to keep track of so many things, the movement of the sticks, what touches the ball, how the ball is touched, the safety of the player and the space they have. Arlington has a chance, but Natick is going to retain possession on the Arlington side of the field once again. Try to keep it into play, but a weak hit by Natick turns it over to Arlington, but it appears they keep... That was an obstruction call at that point. So Natick keeps possession, trying to push it into the center of the field. Arlington defense has really locked that zone out. Natick is having a hard time pushing it into the circle. That's a great credit to the Arlington defense. And it appears they have to keep going until they get to have enough good offensive possession, excuse me. Possession keeps changing. There is 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter, and we are still tied at 0-0. Arlington going down the sideline, trying to push it upfield into the Natick zone. You got Riley in the circle, tries to give her a pass. She takes a shot and it whiffed off the side of her stick. That was a nice setup and chance by Arlington. Excuse me, that was number 23, Libby, not Maria, number 13. My view was a little bit obstructed and I could not see that first number in that jersey. Natick pushing upfield on the sideline. Tries to lead pass for number 5 of Natick, Chase, but Arlington was there, and here's Grace Corsetti testing out her skills, trying to clear it from the Arlington side of the field. Chase is right all up on that ball, making it real difficult, but Arlington gets bailed out by an infringement call. Or maybe the particular term is infraction. Turnover on Natick. That was number 7, McKenna Doucette, and it appears the ball did touch the side of her foot. Arlington puts it into play. Natick is back with the ball. That's the captain trying to push it upfield, pushing it into the circle. Can Chase get to it? And the Arlington defense is right there. Whiffed a clearing shot, and Chase is there to chase it down. No pun intended. Chase Opie, that is number 5 of Natick. She's been displaying good speed on the field for today's matchup. And of course, being in the tournament, almost every team is going to be a tough matchup for Arlington the Spy Ponders. But the Arlington Spy Ponders is doing a good job of staying ahead of the game. Here's a dangerous opportunity as is that Angie's dribbling it upfield. There's a 1 versus 1 opportunity here, and Molly almost had a chance, but she was definitely creating a dangerous opportunity for Arlington to score in the circle. She was running upfield alongside with Angie Stanitsas, almost connected for a beautiful 1 versus 1 opportunity. And that was a close call for Natick. Unfortunately for Natick, it appears that they've committed an infringement, so Arlington is going to have an opportunity for a short circle penalty shot. Here's a chance for Arlington. And it's so close. Infringement on Natick. Arlington gets another shot from the short corner. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Tied at 0-0. Arlington controlling the offensive possession for this part of the game. Grace Corsetti putting it up. Dangerous situation for Arlington, and score! Arlington! A lot of bodies in this. A lot of bodies there. It's hard to tell who scored that goal, but that goal puts Arlington up 1-0 against Natick. 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the play. It appears, judging from the sound of the crowd and what they're yelling, it appears Angie Stanitsas scores that goal. One of the captains for Arlington. Angie Stanitsas is a multi-star athlete for Arlington High School. Might have heard a bit of frustration. That is because the Natick fan base is sitting directly in front of the press box and right underneath our game camera operated by our intern Bridget Sesh. I'm sorry, I definitely butchered that last name. Please forgive me, Bridget. I know you told me, but I forgot. Natick on the offensive possession on the Arlington side of the field within their 30-yard line. We have 36 seconds left to play in the second quarter, excuse me. Arlington leads 1-0, and here's Arlington with the breakaway going upfield, dribbling past the Natick defense. There's another opportunity for Arlington, and Natick defense recovered, but number 18 is still fighting. Unfortunately, an infringement was caused, and that's going to be a turnover. That was Molly Connealy. The amount of times I've been calling her names, you would assume that I'll know her jersey number by heart by now. I do apologize for that, and there's 3 seconds left in the quarter, and it looks like the clock is going to run out into halftime.
Arlington's 500 goal scored by Angelo Stanatsis.
And there's a confirmation from the PA. That goal was scored by Angelo Stanitsis.
Natick 0.
We are entering the half with a 1-0 lead over Natick. And it's a good start to this opening round of the MIAA playoffs. As the two teams are taking a break for the playoffs, so will I, and I will be back on air to deliver you second half action of today's matchup between Natick High School and Arlington High School. Stay tuned for second half action on ACMi Sports. Hello, Arlington, and welcome back to ACMi Sports for our coverage of the MIAA playoffs featuring the girls field hockey team of Arlington High School facing off against the Natick Redhawks. We're beginning the second half, and both teams switch sides of the field. Arlington leads 1-0. So a goal scored by Captain Angela Stadnitsits. Oops, excuse me. Twisted my own tongue there. And once again, I do apologize to the goalie of Arlington. I do not have her name on the roster sheet that I have. There is no number 0 listed. And Natick is going to begin the second half with possession. Can they respond to the Arlington goal scored in the first half? And just a reminder, we do not have a scorebar graphic for this game. Time is being kept on the field. And I'll do my best trying to keep you updated with the times of left in the game and the points on the scoreboard. Arlington's controlling the offensive possession with a real good start to the second half. Infringement on Arlington. Natick is going to take over. And a barrage of whistles to also start us the second half after a good fast start by Arlington. But it seems we're back in action here. 2 minutes into the second half. Arlington still leads 1-0. And it looks like they're creating another opportunity for themselves here. Pushing it upfield. Natick defense rebounded and gathered well. But unfortunately they committed an infringement. It appears their sticks collided. And Arlington is taking over. Fight for possession here. It's going to be Natick's possession. Trying to dribble it upfield. There's number 1 Brooke Spiegel who tried to push it upfield on the sideline, but ball went out of bounds. Arlington is going to take over once more. Natick now has possession in the Arlington side of the field and puts it into play. Let's see if Arlington's defense can hold up as they did in the first half, still keeping Natick at 0. 12 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. There's a good presence of Natick fans here at Pierce Field today, supporting on their Natick Redhawks as they're taking on the Arlington High School Spy Pounders, one of the top 10 ranked teams in the MIAA power rankings. And that's a good opportunity for Arlington, but number 3 of Natick, Abby Tarka, buys Natick extra time just barely as Arlington gets a shot on goal from within the circle. Good defense by Natick. Natick is now dribbling it upfield. Unable to create a situation out of that. Arlington's possession. Good defense by Arlington on that breakaway by Natick. Turnover on possession here. Natick's going to take over. We're about 4 minutes and 40 seconds into the third quarter. Constant change of possessions between the two teams. And just like that, another change of possession. Infringement on the play. I must admit, I am certainly aware of the rules here in field hockey, but I'm just not familiar with the hand signals by the referees, so please pardon me for not making any accurate calls. Still seems to be going over a fighter possession near midfield. Very small window of opportunities for both teams as they're still fighting for possession in midfield. But at one point, either one of the teams are going to get a breakaway chance. Here's Natick pushing up the sideline. And that's going to be a turnover. Now Arlington's going to push it up on the far sideline. Dribbling downfield. Tries to set it up in the circle. And overplayed. Another opportunity here for Arlington. And that's a goal! Ball went between the legs of the goalie. 2-0, nothing. Excuse me, 2-0 Arlington. 8 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Arlington is leading this first round of the MIAA playoffs. And I'll be getting the name for whoever scored that goalie in just a minute. Ball is back into play. Clock continues to run.
Arlington's 5-pounders goal scored by number 2, Clara Sykes.
And there you heard it, Clara Sykes. Class of 2024. Clara Sykes came up big in the first round of the MIAA playoffs. And it appears to be a really bright future ahead for the Arlington field hockey for as long as she's going to be on the team. 2-0 Arlington, 7 minutes and 42 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Natick trying to create an opportunity for themselves to see if they could get on the board. But the Arlington defense is standing strong as they have throughout the entire game up to this point. Natick fans trying to rile up the team on the field. And they certainly hope that it could help, trailing by 2 points. And there it is, an opportunity for Natick. Arlington defense still stands tall, but there's still an opportunity. A couple shots on goal. And an infringement on Arlington. It appears to be a short corner penalty shot for Natick. I believe this is either their second or third time being able to take a short corner. Puts it into play. And a nice shot on goal by number 18 of Natick, Hadley Green. One of the captains I haven't mentioned earlier for the Natick Redhawks. Arlington defense stood tall and now they're pushing it upfield. Natick has 4 captains for their team: Sammy Goldman, number 10, Emilia Morales, number 15, Hallie Green, number 18, and number 19, Emma Peck. Emma Peck. An infringement on Natick. Arlington has a dangerous opportunity here to put yet another point on the board, but Natick defense is standing tall. Possession still goes to Arlington. And that was immense pressure by the Arlington offense on the Natick defense. Unfortunately, an infringement was committed, giving Natick a lot more breathing space. But turns it back to Arlington, who's pushing up into the circle once again. Takes a shot at the goal. The goalie for Arlington, number 99, is Angela White, a senior for the team. And was that a third-party obstruction on Natick? Must have been. Regardless, Arlington is going to retain offensive possession. Four minutes left in the third quarter. Arlington is continuing to dominate this offensive possession on the Natick side of the field, putting a lot of pressure on this Natick defense, who's having a tough time getting it out of their side of the field. Appears to be bailed out by an out-of-bounds call as the ball went behind the net. And the ball still stays on the Natick side of the field. Pressure continues for the Natick defense, as Arlington sets up yet another offensive scheme to get into the circle. And there's a chance. Infringement, close opportunity for number 11, Angela Stanitsas. One of the 3 captains for this Arlington team. Already has 1 so far this game. Other goal was scored by number 2, Clara Sykes. Arlington's up 2-0 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And for the majority of the third quarter, the ball has been on the Natick side of the field. This is one of the few opportunities or few situations where the ball is on the Arlington side of the field. Turned over by Natick as the ball went out of bounds, and now Arlington is going to play it on the near sideline. Still pushing it upfield. Here's Angela Stanitsas again, and played out of bounds by Katie Connolly, number 4 for Natick. Possession still belongs to Arlington on the Natick side of the field. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Arlington leading 2-0. Nice dribbling by number 22, Grace Purrington. Another young athlete, class of 2024, alongside with Clara Sykes. And currently on the varsity squad, there are only 4 players, and that's a goal! The ball went past by Angela White, the Natick goalie. The lead is going to increase 3-0. Was I mistaken? I must have been mistaken, excuse me. I'm not sure what I saw, but I do apologize for that false call. And another close one by Arlington. Natick gets bailed out on a whiffed shot. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Arlington leads 2-0. Plenty of shots on goal from the Arlington offense. Natick defense seems to be suffocating at this point of the game. And that's the buzzer for the third quarter. We are entering the fourth quarter in just a couple minutes with a 2-0 lead. Arlington. As I was trying to say earlier a few minutes ago, before I thought Arlington scored a goal, that there was a lot of upperclassmen on this varsity team, and these upperclassmen stayed as a team for a long time alongside with their head coach Brianne Mansfield. Brianne Mansfield coached a lot of these young girls at a lot earlier age. And one of the strengths of this team, and one of the aspects that this team improved on from last season to this season, is a lot of communication and team building experiences throughout the past off-season and throughout this regular season. And it seems to pay off with such a really dominant season they've been having this year. It appears there are only 4 freshmen on the varsity team for the Arlington Spy Ponders. And those 4 are number 8, Piper, number 22, Grace Purrington, number 2, Clara Sykes, and number 9, Chloe Shadell. And just a reminder, ACMi Sports is a volunteer-based production. The quality and the size of the production crew is always dependent on whether or not, if you're interested in being part of the sports production crew, if you're interested in getting involved in any way that you can, whether it be doing what I do, commentating, pushing it live to our education channels, camera ops, directing, audio technicians, and other available opportunities such as graphics and scorebar. If any of these are of interest to you, please send an email to sports@acmi.tv. ACMi Sports will also be going live tomorrow on Saturday for a doubleheader of MIAA Round 2 playoffs for boys and girls soccer. Both teams, of course, having a fantastic season in their own right. And we are set to begin fourth quarter action, 15 minutes left in the game, and of course, the clock continues to always run throughout the course of the game. It only stops when a goal is scored. Down to nothing, Natick really has to keep it on their side, out of their side of the field, and put on the pressure on the Arlington defense if they want to get on the board and increase their chances of either forcing a tie or just winning it altogether. And that being said, of course, Arlington defenses need to still stay strong as they've been all game, or run up the score, as we have an opportunity here, pushing it upfield, and some sort of infringement has been caused. The possession still belongs to Arlington. What's the best way to protect the lead? Perhaps extend it. And maybe Arlington would do just that, given the kind of offensive opportunities they've been having. But here's Natick on the breakaway, going to the other side of the field. Number 1, Brooke Spiegel, dribbling upfield, passing it to... Well, it was a pass to one of her teammates, but it appears to be a turnover. Now Arlington's pushing to upfield. Pushing into the circle. Here's another shot. A shot on goal. And stopped by Angela White, number 99 of Natick, the goalie. Arlington still continuing to put the pressure on the defense. Angela White still trying to make an effort, but it just goes past her. Is that a goal? Yes, that's a goal. Scores 3-0. Arlington extends the lead with 13 minutes and 29 seconds left in the game. You just had to see it coming with that kind of build-up and pressure they've been having on the Natick defense. The chances are getting slim for the Natick Redhawks.
Arlington's 5-pounders goal scored by number 13, Maria DeCopolis.
And you heard it, Maria DeCopolis, one of the seniors, alongside with Grace Corsetti and the other 2 captains, Angela Stanislas and Gabrielle Russo, scoring that goal. You have 3 different players for Arlington putting up 1 point, giving them a 3-0 lead over Natick in this MIAA Round 1 playoff game. 12 minutes and 12 minutes and 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chase trying to put the pressure on Grace, trying to force her to commit a turnover and create another opportunity for Natick, but created an infringement, getting a bit too close and physical with Grace at that point. Turnover on possession. Not so much a turnover, but possession still belongs to Arlington. Here's another dangerous breakaway opportunity for Arlington. Natick defense was quick to respond to that, but the possession still belongs to Arlington. Trying to put it into the circle, turnover on possession. Now Natick is trying to dribble it upfield to the Arlington side of the field, but unable to maintain the possession. Arlington yet with another breakaway, trying to set up in the circle. Now, what was that I said before? The best way to protect the lead is to extend the lead? You think it's possible for Arlington to score a 4th goal in this MI Round 1 playoff game? Possibly. Natick's defense is going to have to step up their game and switch sides of the field and flip the script around. And we have 10 minutes and 15 seconds left of the game. Arlington's leading the Natick Redhawks with a score of 3-0. And this is just how it's been for the Arlington team all season. Only losing 2 games, forcing a lot of games into a tie or ending with a tie. And the wins that they do have on their record are very well deserved, as you can see by the way they're playing today. We are inside just under 10 minutes left in the game. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to be exact. And the time is ticking for the Natick Redhawks, with their season on the line. Arlington has about 9 seniors on the team, and they definitely got to be happy with the way the team has been playing all season. And of course with how they're playing today against the Natick Redhawks, leading 3-0 with 8 minutes and 33 seconds left in the game. The girls' night had their senior night a couple weeks ago. And here's Natick with the dangerous opportunity, one of the first dangerous opportunities they've had all half. Arlington defense has been rebounded. Well played by Julia Kripelka, and now being taken up field by number 22 of Arlington, Grace Parrington. Here's Grace Parrington from the sideline trying to put it into play, and turns it over. And just like that, the Arlington defense took away yet one of the few opportunities Natick had to play a shot on goal. But here's Arlington on the Natick side of the field, pushing up to Molly. And good defense by Natick. The ball will go out of bounds. For all varsity teams the Arlington High School Athletics Department has to offer, all teams has a combined win percentage of 80%, which is really quite impressive for the school district. And the girls field hockey team is definitely a major contributor to that record. The boys team undefeated, and the girls soccer team also with an impressive winning record. All three of whom I mentioned are in the state tournament for their respective sports. Girls volleyball team also with a winning record and on the state tournament. They're playing tomorrow at Methuen High School. And ACMi Sports is trying to cover all home playoff games in accordance with the MIAA, trying to bring all the action into your homes. And that was yet almost another goal scored by Arlington, played right out of bounds. Good defense by Natick as several of the sticks from a couple of the defenders got in the way. Five minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Arlington leads 3-0. And Arlington has been controlling the time of possession for the majority of the game ever since the start of the first quarter, when I made that comment that has been Natick. But that was quite short-lived, wasn't it? Katie Connolly of Natick tries to dribble it upfield, but turns it over, comes up short. Strong defense by the Arlington defenders. Natick with the chance, but the Arlington defense was quick to shut off that pass and change the possession 4 minutes and 33 seconds left in this matchup between the Natick Redhawks and the Arlington High School Spy Ponders. Arlington leads 3-0. And Arlington still trying to run up the score. That's number 19, Emma Peck, the captain for Natick, who tripped and lost her stick. She appears to be injured as she's limping a bit. Emma Peck is staying on the field, despite being a little bit slow after that fall. Arlington with another dangerous breakaway point. Arlington enters the circle, trying to go get a shot on goal, and score! Arlington 4-0 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in this playoff matchup. And they just continue to run up the score, and they are up 4-0. Emma Peck for Natick, the captain, still limping and wobbling around. And I didn't catch the jersey number from that player who scored that goal. We're about to get a confirmation on that in just a sec from the PA.
Arlington Spy Ponders goal by number 2, Clara Sykes.
And there it is, Clara Sykes with her second goal of the game, putting up Arlington 4-0 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game. We are inside 3 minutes, and it appears that the season for this Arlington field hockey team is going to continue on to the next round. And now Arlington has yet another short corner opportunity after an infringement by Natick that occurred way too close to the goal. Angela White, number 99, the goalie for Natick, guarded that opportunity for Arlington with her life as she hit the deck and kept the ball out of the goal. 2 minutes left in the game. Arlington leads 4-0. It's Brooks Beagle with a good chance and push upfield into the circle by Natick. And it appears the captain, Grace Corsetti, is down on the field. And that has to be concerning for this Arlington team. She appears to be in a significant amount of pain. This is quite concerning. One of the three captains and one of the many seniors on this team who spent a lot of her high school career with these group of players. Trainers are out to check her out. And we definitely hope for the best for Grace Corsetti up here in the booth. And I'm sure so does the rest of Arlington. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the game in this first round of the MIAA Girls Field Hockey Playoff Tournament. Arlington leads 4-0. Grace Corsetti being one of the many fantastic players that kept Natick out of the score line. It appears to be a leg injury. And this can't be good. The cart is coming out onto the field. Arlington already lost one of their juniors due to an injury. Madeline Kripelka, a junior. And we definitely hate to see that a senior playing in the playoff games with just 1 minute and 30 seconds left to play in the game and has to come down with this kind of injury. The athletic staff is still checking it out. And we hope it's nothing too severe. Hey Grace, zoom out a bit, please. And that was John Bowler, the athletic director for the Arlington High School Athletics Department, on the field checking up on Grace Corsetti. Grace appears to be in a lot of pain. And a nice gesture by the crowd. It appears Grace Corsetti stood up on her own and is now walking her 2 feet off to the sidelines. That's a bit of a good sign and a little sigh of relief for us here in Arlington. We certainly hope the best for you, Grace. And that seems to be a good idea. Having trouble walking, hop on the golf cart. But we certainly hope the best for you, Grace. We have 1 minute and 29 seconds left to play in this game. Arlington leads 4-0. And we just experienced a troubling moment. A captain and a senior for the Arlington Spy Ponders went down with an apparent leg injury. Clock begins to run and the time is ticking down for the season of the Natick Redhawks. But certainly the Natick Redhawks definitely played a good game against this Arlington Spy Ponders team. And we definitely give you the credit where it's deserved, Natick. 1 minute left. The next game for the Arlington High School field hockey team is still to be determined. To find out who they're playing next, when and where, stay tuned to ACMi Sports. Follow us on either Instagram or Twitter. Arlington pushing into the circle and kicked out by Natick goalie Angela White, but the Arlington office was there just to keep it within the circle for another short corner penalty shot opportunity. 20 seconds left in the game. We're within 10 seconds. Arlington puts it into play. And just going to take it slow, trying to set up the shot and just let the clock run out. There's the final buzzer. Arlington makes it into the next round of the playoffs with a 4-0 lead.
Final score, your Arlington Spy Pounders 4, Natick 0. Arlington will advance in the state tournament and play the winner of Wachusett, Marshfield.
And there you hit her from the PA.
To be determined.
Final score 4-0 Arlington. Going to face the winner of that matchup we just heard over the PA announcers. A big shout out to our ACMi Sports intern Bridget Sesh, who's operating the game camera today, and Jeff Monroe, the engineer who helped set up this broadcast. I was your commentator for today on Osmani, the sports producer for ACMi Sports, and I'd like to take the opportunity to let you know that ACMi Sports is a volunteer-based production. All productions are done by either the students of Arlington High School or parents, and if you'd like to be involved and help deliver the action to our hundreds of homes here in Arlington, and also be part of the action alongside with our marvelous athletes that we have here in the Arlington Athletic Department, please email sports@acmi.tv and we could work out a way to get you involved. And that will conclude tonight's matchup. Thank you so much for tuning in, and go Spy Ponders.
Information on the app and how it works and how to download it.